What's up, guys? It's Queen Rek'Sai. So today, when I was working, I looked at my phone and I saw that Rek'Sai got some updates today. It's going to be, I would assume, in 2 or 3 weeks from now that Rek'Sai is going to get updated. But I'm gonna list them out, and I'm also going to put them on the screen for you guys, just so you guys can get an idea of what I'm going to be talking about for the rest of this video. So her base armor is going down from 36 to 35. Her armor growth is reduced from 4.95 to 4.5. Her empowered bite will be changed from physical damage to true damage again. Unempowered bite has a base damage of 80 to 192 now. The E80 ratio reduced from 100% total to 56% bonus, instead of advising you to build damage, by the way. Empowered unburrowed E damage no longer deals 8 to 14% max HP damage. Unburrowed E cooldown reduced from 10 seconds to 7 seconds. The R now resets the W cooldown on cast, and the R base damage goes down from 150 to 450 to 150 to 350. The R health ratio is reduced from 25 to 35% missing HP to 15 to 25% total HP. And the R cooldown is increased from 100 to 80 seconds to 120 to 80 seconds. I'm going to explain why this is a really good thing for you guys. One, true damage is back on Rek'Sai, which is really, really big. Even though the damage isn't as crazy as it used to be, it's still very strong and it'll be very nice. Also, her E cooldown for the bite is going down as well. So not only will your clear be faster as a Rek'Sai player, you will also be able to trade with it more often during fights and skirmishes. This is also really big for top lane Rek'Sai, because that means you can cycle your E's more frequently and get Fury more frequently from the wave. So that's actually a buff for top side. And also, another buff for top side is whenever you're fighting tanks or bruisers and they rush armor versus you, hey, you deal true damage now. Whenever Aurelia presses W, or whenever Cassante presses W, you deal true damage now. It's no longer negated by things like that. Her R is also getting changed. I think, from what it seems, the damage will be somewhat neutral overall. So it's going to be a neutral change damage-wise, from what it seems like to me. But the big thing of why this is a buff, in my opinion, is that the R is going to be at total HP. So we're talking you can engage with R now. You don't even have to finish people with R. You could literally Q snipe someone, boom, I R them, and now I start fighting them. And you'll get the same damage. It won't matter. You're not going to get handicapped for using it as a dodge spell anymore. You won't get handicapped for using it as an engage spell anymore. It's actually going to be a lot more versatile of a spell. Also, another change that wasn't listed in this picture I was reading off here, but was listed in the Reddit post, which I will have put up on the screen earlier, was that her W will actually scale down to 6 seconds at max rank. So that means that if you still want to go tank Rek'Sai, it's not as bad because you have peel now. You have better peel now. Whenever you're team fighting late game, your champion won't get completely outclassed by something like a Jarvan when it comes to CCing opponents. You will actually be able to peel or engage champions in this game now with that ability. It won't feel so bad. You won't feel like a really shitty knockoff Malphite. You are getting nerfed armor-wise. So top lane, this will generally, in that regard, it will be a nerf, and it will be a slight nerf to not going tank, since you're not building armor and you're not building, defenses as soon as you would as a tank. If you're going bruiser, it's a slight nerf armor-wise, and I think that even though Riot is intending for these buffs to be jungle Rek'Sai specific, that these will actually be top lane buffs as well. I don't think these are going to be just Rek'Sai jungle buffs. Not only is your E going to be back up more, so now you're going to heal off the wave more, your W will make you better utility lane. Your R will make it so you can use it in fights more dynamically. It's going to be a very big buff overall, in my opinion, especially versus champions like tanks and stuff. So this is a very good change if they end up going through with this. I would not be surprised whatsoever if they decide to do a following nerf, because these seem actually pretty decent for Rek'Sai. She already has a good win rate, but her play rate is in the absolute shitter, and that's why they're buffing her. They literally stated that they want her win rate to go up because her win rate is, even though it's high, not many people are even playing her. Only OTPs like myself are playing her, and there isn't a vast majority of players bringing the win rate down. So they're trying to bring the win rate up so they can compensate the champion, because the champion is weak. Now, I would be surprised if they nerf her after this. I would assume it's going to be like a passive heal nerf. That's what I'm assuming it's going to be. I'm really not sure what it would be other than that, because her passive heal just has so much power soaked into it that it has to be that, in my opinion. It really would suck as a top lane player to lose the healing because it helps you so much in lane, but I don't think they should be thinking this from a top lane point of view. They need to be thinking of this in a jungle point of view. This champion is not a top laner, and I completely understand that. I completely understand this champion is not suited for top lane, and this champion is meant for jungle. And that's okay. And I want them to balance the champion in that way, so we aren't ping-ponged around with all these stupid reworks. I think if they can let this rework land, which I really like the direction of where it's going right now, if they can let the rework land and make the champion settle into an actual good spot for a little while now, instead of keep changing her every year. Every year they change this champion. This is the third year in a row that they've changed this champion with a mini rework like this. And I really do have high hopes in Riot with this rework that they will make it work for Rek'Sai. And so those are just my thoughts. I've been thinking about this a lot at work. I was in the tail end shift of my job, and I really had this on my mind, and I just got home, and I wanted to record this real quick and talk to you guys about this. Hopefully I can get this out tonight so you guys can see this. But I really do appreciate you guys' support, and I will see you on the next one. GG's.